Well guys, let's say I've been away for way too long. And actually, you know what, even more than that, I've been editing this video for way longer than that. Like it's kind of weird to say, but I've been planning my comeback for like at least like a month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, actually maybe even more than that. And I just didn't find a video or a topic to talk about. And if I'm even more honest, like I've made maybe 6 videos that just never went up and probably will never, because like I just have no idea how to come back or how to do a comeback. It's kind of weird. I've been away for like, I don't know, a year, 2 years. Yeah, I think 3 years is when the last video was 2018, and just come back like that and just be, hey peeps, I'm back. So yeah, but all that aside, I am back, like for real, and this is the last time I'm recording this voiceover because I did like maybe 6 times, so I am truly back. There's a lot of reason why I've been away. I want to talk about them. I truly want to talk about them. I feel like a lot of people can connect to them, to those reasons, and I feel it would be beneficial to a lot of people. Before I talk about this project, I kind of want to talk about some of the reason why I've been away. And I want to talk about some of the reason why I'm coming back actually too. Some of the reason why I've been away is because I was working before, and I was working and I just didn't have the energy to just do any videos at all. And I never had like a stable schedule where I could actually make videos. And even at some times when I had a stable schedule, I'm gonna be honest, I never had the energy to do anything. It was just, or I felt kind of lazy. I would do art, but like videos, it would be like a no, because I had to take time to make, like to record something, and sometimes most of the time I would forget, and if I didn't record any videos, I had to record my voice to do some voiceover, and this is like too much energy. Like if I'm totally honest, this is too much. But yeah, now that I no longer work, because I used to work, I decided, you know what, why not come back? Why not just make some videos and share with you guys what I've been doing and what I might be doing in the future. It was really hard not doing videos and art for a while, but it's great to be back. Some of the things that I want to talk about is, first is this project. This project was actually super awesome. I'll talk a bit about it during this video, but I'll talk about other things. But first, this project. It was great. It was great doing it. It was great sculpting, because I don't sculpt. I used not to sculpt a lot, but now I do sculpt a lot and I love it. It's awesome. And this is one of the projects that I actually started doing in Blender a lot more, because I started learning sculpting in Zbrush, but if I'm honest, switching software, even if I use Go to Z, is not fun. It's great to stay in one software. It doesn't break the flow, and as well, it's just more fun. I don't think it's comparable to be able to be one software and do something from the start to finish. It's something I just love to do. It doesn't give me a reason to procrastinate. If I'm honest, staying in one software, it's harder to procrastinate, and that's for me. I don't know for other people, but like, hey, if I can do everything in one software, it's like, hey, like as soon as that, there's no reason to leave the software. Like I know for myself, if I close Blender to do some texturing in Substance Painter, maybe I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna close Blender. You know what? Maybe I should watch 2 or 3 videos, maybe a movie as well, make some food, play some video games, and maybe I'll start texturing. So for that's one of the reasons I love doing everything in one software. And this project really like helped me a lot. I think it took me 2 days or 3 days to finish this project, and maybe it took me like way more before I actually posted it online, because I don't post online. But it took me 3 days to finish this project, and it was just awesome. I mean, why would I like it gave me no reason to actually procrastinate, and it felt just great, just being like full on in this project, diving in and doing nothing else. So if I talk a bit about this project, let's say it was challenging, really challenging, because when I started it, even though if it took 3 days, the first time I launched that project or started sculpting it, I was using an older version of Blender, and it was not holding well with the high amount of polygons that I was using at first. And then I updated to 2.3 with the Blender sculpting branch, or whatever you want to call it, and this project was suddenly able to hold a high amount of polygons. And then, oh my god, just, oh my god, it was yum 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 yum, usable, just usable, and it was just really fun. But if we even talk about before I reached that point, before that point I was even like doing the block out, and it was great, just being able to fully blocking out. So yeah, even before I reached the point of like a high amount of polygons, I had to do the block out, and the block out was actually really great because I knew that I wanted to do that project. Like as soon as I did the block out, I was like, yeah, this project is going somewhere and it's actually going to be really cool. That's how actually I choose what project I'm actually going to still work on. It's just like the block out, and then I'm like, this is going to be a cool project. Kind of like the project I'm currently working on. The block out made me realize, like just like the block out and some lighting made me realize that, yeah, it's awesome. And I'm like, actually, I don't know if I can share it right now. No, I can't. Damn it. But but it is like great to have something like, fully blocking out something and it's gonna work out. That's why I always recommend people to do their block out. And if you waste a lot of time not doing your block out, or just walk around and waste like maybe 2 weeks doing your block out, you're never gonna finish your project. Not only that, but you're never gonna know if your project truly works. If you don't do your block out, I think it's super important to spend, even if it's an environment, spend like 2 or 3 days maximum doing your block out if it's an environment. And if it's not an environment, do like spend 2 hours do your block out, and then you should figure out if your project's actually worth doing, or what are the problems with them, and what are the problems going to be if that's the amount of time you're going to spend. So I recommend for anything that's not an environment, spend maybe max 1 day doing the block out. Even maybe it might be a mecha, spend 1 day or something. But if it's an environment, spend maximum a week. Even then I feel like it's too much, but if it's been a week of your block out, you do that, and I think you will actually know if your project works. You throw some lighting on both, if it's not an environment or an environment, you throw some lighting and you're gonna know if your project is gonna work. So I'll always recommend that. And what's great is it took me I think it's a bit 30 minutes or an hour to do the block out, and I was like, yeah, actually not even 30 minutes or an hour, I don't know, but it took me not so super long to do the block out, and I knew if this project was gonna work, and it felt great. Even after reaching the block out and knowing this project was gonna work, I had to figure out some of the other issue for this project. One of the example about the project that I didn't know what I was gonna do is how am I gonna do the high polygon sculpting? Am I gonna do it in Zbrush? Am I gonna do it in Blender? And one of the things that made me realize that, yeah, I should really do it in Blender was the multi-res modifier. It's super usable in Blender right now, and it made me use it like, hey, I can actually reach a high amount of polygons. For this project, it was actually 3 million, 5 million, 3 point something millions, and then it was usable. And that's how I knew. I was like, okay, I'm gonna use multi-res. And then I started thinking, hey, maybe should I use textures and other questions I had for myself. But I answered that question really easily and really quite fast at the start of this project, and it made me realize everything is doable in Blender. I don't think I have anything more to add about this project. There's nothing really special about it. If you have any questions, actually ask them in the comment and I'll answer them like gladly. I love answering questions. But if you have a question about this project or my workflow, ask them in the comment section, and I'll answer them. So since we finished talking about this project, let's talk about some of the reason why I've been away and some of the reason why I'm back. I said some of the reason why I was away was because I was working, but one of the weird thing is after I stopped working, I was still not here on the internet. And that's actually one of the biggest reason. It's not even, I was not only not here on YouTube, I was not here on the internet at all. I think I hit burned out really hard while I was working, and after I stopped working, I hit a massive burnout for everything, and even the internet. I did a lot of art, not necessarily good art, but just exploring art, and it was great not doing it online. And that was one of the reasons I was away. It's just I wanted to explore a lot of things, and I didn't want it to be online at all. I did not use Instagram, mostly not at all. I haven't posted in a while, and I don't feel like posting a lot. I don't feel like posting on ArtStation that much. I don't feel like posting anywhere. It was just great doing art for myself. But I realized at some point you have to come back. I have to post on Instagram, I have to actually post on ArtStation, and I have other things that I have to do. You know, it's not, I can't be away for forever, and that one of the reason why I've came back, you know, because I can't stay that way forever. I can stay in that zone of like, I'm burnt out, I'm tired, I'm depressed, and I can't do any of that work forever. I have to force myself out of it. I don't think it's easy for everybody. It was not easy for me. It was really hard to actually start. Like, I think I posted maybe this year on ArtStation, and even for me that was super hard to do, and to do something, and it's just so not me. But because it wasn't me for a while, so it was hard to kind of go back of doing that, you know, sharing stuff online. And that's one of the reason why, you know, I want to come back. It's not just for sharing stuff online, but it's actually to kind of be the me that I was before, you know, all that, you know, burned out and all that, you know, depressed shit that I was before. I just want to be the me that I was before. And I think it's really hard to kind of go back to that point. But I think a good way to start bit by bit is actually, you know what, you know, let's share some of the project I've been working on. Like, I have a ton of videos that I've recorded in the past, and you know what, I'm gonna share them with you guys. It's gonna be a way for me to come back to post online, maybe even actually force me to do some project. Maybe if you want, you know, if you have questions, it will help me, forcing me to do some project. And I think that's great for myself. Like, as much as I want to say like, hey, I want to help you guys do stuff, and like, if you have question, I want to help you guys with, you know, answering those questions and everything like that. I do all of this for myself. Like, I want to force myself to do things. Like, as much as I want to do it and help you guys, I do all of this for me. And I think it's super important for me that I never forget that all of this is a part of it is for me, because if I forget about it, I'm just not gonna do it, you know. And if positively I can help some of you, then I think it helps me too. Like, being able to help some of you will help me doing more stuff. So I think it's a win-win. I have a lot of things I actually want to talk about for future videos, guys. I have a lot of, like, example, because I went back to school as well. Maybe you want to know some about that, how it is being an artist, you know, study game design and stuff like that. You know, how is it being an artist that's super depressed, you know, or some subject like that. I have a lot of video ideas that I want to share with you, and a lot of, you know, things that happened to me that I want to share with you. And if you have a subject of discussion that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment. I'll truly do it. But for now, guys, I'm gonna be honest, it's time for me to go. I have other projects to do, and one of them is another album cover, kind of like this one, but not exactly in that same style, but it's one of the projects that I have to do. And maybe in the future I'll do more game art stuff for you guys. Well, I don't think I have so much more stuff that I can share with you or can help you with, guys. I think I will go away. I don't have more message or anything to tell. Like, subscribe. I don't know what else. I don't really give a shit, but actually maybe I actually truly give a shit in the bottom of my heart. So love, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you all another time. Goodbye, peeps.